Wherever you're watching right around the world, it's great to have your company as we move to the final night of boxing here at the 21st Commonwealth Games, coming to you from the Gold Coast in Australia. Over 400 fighters began their journey, over 400 qualified from 48 different countries. In the end, on the final day, 10 countries represented in gold medal bouts. 8 of those have been decided. The final 8 will be decided this evening. Forget about reality television. This is real drama, real people, real fighters, and you'll get a bit of real violence as well. And we expect that as we work our way through this program towards the super heavyweights, it will be spectacular, as it has been right through. We kick off with the women's 57 kilo finals, and then the welterweights at 69, the women's middle at 75, the men's bantams, men's welter, men's middle, the light heavies, and then finally the big boppers, the super heavyweights, will be coming your way. A sellout crowd, and a day when we're going to see a couple of siblings in action as well. A couple of Irish siblings, and indeed one of those siblings will be opening up this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the referee for the following bout from Algeria. Let's welcome Sid Mokletani. Ladies and gentlemen, judging in the following bout: Judge 1, Trinidad and Tobago; Judge 2, England; Judge 3, India; Judge 4, Fiji; Judge 5, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, boxing out of the red corner. Tonight representing Northern Ireland, let's all welcome Michaela. Ladies and gentlemen, Walsh boxing their way through with 2 injuries. The first being a referee with one of the strikers and the pitcher. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing her opponent, boxing out of the blue corner. Tonight, representing Australia, let's all welcome Skye.
Thank you very much indeed, and good morning, Gabby. And it's a terrific atmosphere at the Oxenford Studios. Skye Nicolson from the Albert Boxing Club right here on the Gold Coast, beaming from ear to ear as she makes her way towards the boxing ring for what she feels is a date with destiny. Looking to pick up Commonwealth Games gold in the 57 kilogram featherweight division, a new addition to the women's program. The weight categories doubled up from 3 years ago in Glasgow, and there is the adversary that Nicolson will be facing off against, Michaela Walsh, returning to the final of a Commonwealth Games bout for the second successive tournament. It was silver on the wrong end of a decision against Nicola Adams 4 years ago, down at 51 kilograms flyweight. But here she is, up at feather, and it's Skye Nicolson. Listen to the ovation for the local boxer, representing Australia, part of a maximum strength 13-strong boxing team for Australia. That was the largest number of athletes permitted across the 16 weight divisions for any nation. Australia, the only full-strength team in evidence here.
No low blue. Listen to my comment, okay? Touch your hand. Good luck.
So we're underway then, the gold medal bout in the women's 57 kilogram featherweight division between boxers from Northern Ireland and Australia. The boxer wearing red is Michaela Walsh, 24 years of age, from Belfast, looking to go one better than the Commonwealth Games silver she came away with 4 years ago in Glasgow. Her opponent, Skye Nicolson, is the reigning World Championship bronze medalist. And come away with that 3rd place on the podium from the most recent edition of the World Championships in Astana in Kazakhstan. Cagey start by both boxers. This promises to be a tactical affair. See both operators content to be feinting, trying to draw a lead that they can counter. They prove to be adept counter-punchers through the course of this tournament. It's the third bout for both of them, and they have been in dominant mood, producing eye-catching performances on their route to this, the gold medal bout. Well, over a minute gone, and it's still, oh, there's a good right hand, and you see mistakes are going to be punished immediately. It was Walsh who landed the good right hand, beating her opponent to the punch. Nicolson will be aware of that, and she gets through with a southpaw left of her own. Walsh working away furiously on the inside. And that's good to see, because infighting, an art in itself, and as the boxers still adjust to the new interpretation of the rules, we're now using the 10-point must system rather than the computerized system that was in effect for many years in AIBA boxing. Well, during that era of the sport, as soon as boxers came together, they would be content to stand torso to torso as Walsh gets through with a good left hand upstairs. But they would stand torso to torso with their arms out horizontally, showing the referee that they're not committing any illegal holding. Now, in this era, the referees and the judges are keen to let the boxers work it out for themselves. So infighting, an increasingly important aspect of AIBA boxing, whereas in that previous era, it was more of a long-range contest that some people likened to fencing. That no longer the case. And in order to progress through to top spot or the medal stages of a tournament, one really does have to be a complete fighter. So again, the feinting continues. Good left hand to the body from Nicolson out of that southpaw stance. Walsh just bringing her right foot through as she went in pursuit of her opponent with that backhand. Good right hand landed from Walsh. And a cluster of shots right before the bell. Tactical 3 minutes, let's listen into Kevin Smith. John Conlon is the coach giving the instructions in the red corner.
Big deep breath. If you get back, don't go easy. Don't get emotional. It's only one shot the whole round. Big deep breaths. Change the tempo. Once he gets up, match up.
So into the second round then. This battle between the reigning World Championship bronze medalist Skye Nicolson, the southpaw wearing blue, and the reigning European Union gold medalist, that's Michaela Walsh, and as the name suggests, that's for nations on the continent of Europe who are in the EU. So principally from a boxing perspective, that excludes Russia, who are a real powerhouse in AIBA boxing across the board, and in women's boxing in particular. Well, the second round is the same cagey affair that we saw over the first 3 minutes. Left hand from Nicolson wasn't too far away. And the fencing with the lead hand continues. Who will make the first commitment? And that's why you see the referee just reminding the boxers that they have to engage. And on the resumption, well, both boxers nudging away, particularly Walsh with that free right hand. Not necessarily the cleanest of shots, but the concentration from both women is absolute. Keen not to make a mistake, but who will take the risk as we progress deeper through this gold medal bout to lead off first? Because at the moment they are both still waiting to counter. Walsh coming over a front foot, the right hand couldn't find the mark, and another untidy tangle ensues. Beyond the halfway mark of the second round, And in a contest like this, where punches are at a premium, that's what it's proving to be. Through a round and a half of boxing. While the premium on eye-catching work goes up even more, because if it's a case of one punch landing for one boxer and none from the other boxer, as Walsh scores with a good left jab, then the boxer who lands the single shot almost certainly must be declared the victor of that round. Remember, 5 scoring judges using the 10-point must system. So it's down to the subjective assessment rather than button pushing as it was back in London 2012. Good left jab from Walsh. And that's a good straight left to the body from Nicolson. Counter left hand from Walsh was a nice shot, catching the advancing boxer in blue. Big swing and a miss, and Walsh just accentuating that by doing a little twinkle-toed alley shuffle before pivoting off to a left. Michaela Walsh, part of the first brother-sister combination to represent their nation in the boxing ring. Her brother Aidan is also contesting Commonwealth Games gold in a few contest time. Good right hand from Walsh at the end of that exchange of shots. Well, it's incredibly cagey here in this gold medal bout. Let's listen in to John Conlon.
Finish stronger.
So into the third and final round then of a contest that is in the balance in this battle to determine the top finisher in the women's 57-kilogram featherweight division. We mentioned the fact that Michaela Walsh is one half of a sibling duo. Her brother Aidan will be contesting 69-kilogram welterweight gold in the 5th bout of this final session. Or Skye Nicolson, her brother was also a boxer. Her late brother Jamie, he was the bronze medalist at the same edition of the Commonwealth Games, Auckland 1990, where my verbal sparring partner Richie Woodall struck gold. He also represented his country as Nicolson gets through with a good left hand to the body. He also represented his country at the 1992 Barcelona Olympic Games, but was tragically killed in a car crash along with another brother, Gavin. That was in New South Wales in February of 1994. Nicolson never met her brothers, but said that she feels as though they are living through her. And when she first saw Jamie boxing on tape, well, she was stunned by how similar their boxing styles are. Her and Michaela Walsh both using fleet-footed footwork around the boxing ring, trying to employ hit and move tactics, though truth be told there is precious little hitting going on because of the elusiveness, because neither boxer is committing in this contest where the stakes are so high. And again, you see Nicolson falling short. Walsh made a miss, but she didn't make her opponent pay. That's another forward foray from Walsh. There wasn't much accuracy behind the work. Left hand to the body from Nicolson wasn't too far away. Well, you hear the cries from Walsh's corner of step it up, because somebody is going to have to make an adjustment here if they want to leave a firm and favorable impression in the mind of the 5 scoring judges. It's an incredibly close encounter so far. Left hand to the body just short of the mark from Nicolson, but she attempted to whip that long left around the corner. And there is still time. It's a good southpaw left from Nicolson, then a counter right hand on the retreat. Walsh will be aware of that. She'll be looking to land some offense without reply. Dangling her hands down by her knees now, changing the angle. The public address announcer has just let the crowd know that there are less than 30 seconds to go here. And again, the boxers allowed to work it out on the inside. Southpaw left from Nicolson wasn't too far wide of the mark. There's the 10-second clapper. Can a boxer produce a moment of eye-catching quality? Nicolson targeting the southpaw left. She landed twice. A burst of punches to the body from Walsh. Now, who is going to be declared the victor in that one? Both boxers feel that they have done enough. But in what was a cat and mouse affair, both boxers had moments of success. Well, these are going to be nerve-wracking moments for the boxers now. Skye Nicolson, who lives just 15 minutes away from the Oxenford studios, student of midwifery at university. And now, both boxers will be replaying the contest in their minds as we await the official verdict to determine the Commonwealth Games champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for the official decision. The judges have scored this bout as a split points decision in favour of the blue corner.
It's Skye Nicolson. Skye Nicolson jumps for joy in the boxing ring in front of her adoring hometown crowd because she has just claimed Commonwealth Games gold in the women's 57-kilogram featherweight division. Jubilation up in the stands here in acknowledgement of the accomplishment of their local girl. Look how close that was. 1 point in it for all 5 scoring judges, but crucially, 3 of them have scored in favour of Skye Nicolson. She's embraced warmly by the entire Australian coaching team, and Michaela Walsh is utterly crestfallen. A second successive silver medal for Michaela Walsh. She gave it absolutely everything, but she's come out on the wrong end of a split decision verdict, which means that it's silver for Michaela Walsh for the second successive Commonwealth Games. But your champion in the 57-kilogram featherweight division is Australia's Skye Nicolson.
Live pictures on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, we have the women's 69-kilogram welterweight division gold medal bout between Rosie Eccles of Wales and Sandy Ryan of England. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to use the hashtag GC2018boxing. That's the one for all of your social media pictures. Join the conversation, share the dream, and post up all of your pictures and memories of your time here at the boxing event at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. First bout of 8 here, ladies and gentlemen. The next bout featuring Wales and England. It is the women's welterweight gold medal bout. There's an example of some of those pictures, ladies and gentlemen, using that hashtag. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for women's 54 to 57 kilograms. the winner of the silver medal, representing Northern Ireland, Michaela Walsh. The gold medalist and Commonwealth champion, representing Australia, Skye Nicolson. Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Australia. Gold Coast, let's celebrate our Commonwealth Games medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, we can see up on the video boards the medalists for the women's featherweight division.
Michaela, you look utterly devastated, understandable. What did you make of that decision? You thought you'd done enough?
I don't think she hit me anything, especially the first two rounds. I thought I was oozing it. The last round I sort of stepped off the pedal a wee bit, but I still think I was in control of the whole fight. And I don't even know how it could be a split decision, but it is what it is, and I have to get on with it.
You've still got a brilliant silver medal around your neck though.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get engraved in it, gold medals only, because I know in my heart that even in Glasgow it was close, but I felt that there I was in control of the whole fight, and I know in my heart it's a gold medal, and everyone in the crowd knows as well, but that's where it is, and I'm going to go support Kurt and my brother Aidan, and hopefully they can do it.
This happened 4 years ago where you thought you'd won gold and it's happened again.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to deal with this kind of decisions from the judges?
Just this boxing for, you know, she's the face of the games here, and I'm heartbroken, but it is what it is. And in Glasgow I know it was close, I thought I won, but this time I won hands down, and this is a gold medal.
And just finally, this could be the start of a very big year. You've got a silver medal already, you've got the Europeans and the world still to come.
Yeah, definitely, and hopefully get Skye again, and we're going to be fair judging this time and not in her hometown. But I'd like to say congratulations to Skye as well. She's a great ambassador for the women boxing, and I wish her all the best, and hopefully we can dance again.
And I hope we see you back bigger and stronger next time.
Thank you very much, appreciate that.
Now, you've got to feel for Michaela Walsh because she kind of was up against the poster girl in Glasgow, the home favourite. She's had the home favourite poster girl here as well. And, you know, she's feeling a little bit bitter there.
She's feeling a little bit bitter, and that's understandable. But when you have a decision that's only a round, you can't have a scream up, Gabby. It doesn't work that way.
Absolutely.